Aujourd'hui, nous allons étudier le futur simple. Quand vous savez le futur simple, vous pouvez expliquer vos projets pour la journée à vos amis. Peut-être vous pouvez les inviter à faire des activités avec vous. Okay, so this is how we'll do the future. You actually already know how to do what they call the futur proche. We learned this in French 1. So if you remember, how do you say I'm going? Remember, we would say je vais. And then what do you know about the second verb? Hopefully you said don't conjugate it. So je vais, and then the thing I'm going to do in the future is to play. What is the verb for to play? Jouer. And how do we say play cards? We say jouer aux cartes, like this. So this is one way to say the future, and that's usually the future proche is usually things that are going to happen soon. You can use these two somewhat interchangeably. Okay, but now we want to know, how do I say, what is the difference between I'm going to play and I will play? I will play cards with you tomorrow. Today I have to do this. How would I say I will play? Well, that's what we're going to learn. That is the futur simple. So what you would do is you will use the verb avoir. Remember when we did the past? We put avoir in front of a past participle. J'ai joué. Well, now what we're going to do is instead, the Germans had this little modal, will, but the French don't have that. So what they do is they take that verb avoir and they put it on the back of the entire verb. That makes this the easiest of all the tenses to learn. So they just put that on the back of the entire verb. Notice that for the new form, it's just the ending, and for the vous form, it's just the ending. But for all the other forms, we're going to use the conjugation of avoir to say will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say je, and I'm going to use the entire verb, and then I'm going to add the correct ending for avoir to the back of the verb, and then I can say aux cartes. You can see this is a little bit shorter to write and to say, so that's why somebody would want to use the I will play cards instead of je vais jouer aux cartes. They would say je jouerai. Now notice when I pronounce this, it's very difficult to pronounce it if you try to pronounce jouer and then tack on the A afterwards. What happens is this little R buddies up to those endings. And so you end up pronouncing this and not this. Je jouerai aux cartes. Okay? That'll help you out a little bit when you're trying to pronounce those ER verbs in the future. Okay? So let's see what I did. Let's try one. There are 3 kinds of verbs. As you remember, there's the ER verbs. And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to have the verb jouer. Notice I don't take anything off. Usually when we conjugate a verb, we take off that ER, but we're not going to do that. We're going to leave the whole verb on there and just add those endings that are the verb avoir. Same thing here. Remember, we're only going to do the ending for the new and the vous form. This one. And now I have the future tense. Je jouerai, tu joueras, il jouera, nous jouerons, vous jouerez, ils joueront. Okay? So this is the new catchphrase I want you to learn. No R, no future. Say it with me. No R, no future. You must have an R or there is no future. Okay? Same thing with a nice IR verb. Nothing changes. All you have to do is add those endings that we use for avoir. And there you go. There you go. And there. Now this one, you go ahead and pronounce that I. Je finirai, tu finiras, il finira, nous finirons, vous finirez, elles finiront. And to a French person, that R sound right before the ending tells them, oh, this is going to happen in the future. Let's try it with an RE verb. Now here you have slight difference. we need that R right next to the ending. So what we'll have to do is just let this E fall off, and then we'll already have the R. So you do need to take off the E in this case. Je vendrai, tu vendras, il vendra, nous vendrons, vous vendrez, and elles vendront. Okay? It even works for irregular verbs. Now don't get me wrong, in our next lesson there is a little list of irregular radicals where it's just shorter to write it shorter, and so there are a few that you have to learn that are irregular, but that's next time. So right now we're going to take this irregular verb boire, because you know that normally you would say je bois, but nous buvons, it changes so much, and then down here elles boivent. In this case, we're just going to still add our endings. Je boirai, tu boiras un coca, il boira du lait, nous boirons du vin, vous boirez de l'eau, elles boiront du café. Okay? So basically, that's how you do the regular future, and now you can tell people about your plans. Okay? Bonne chance, vous pouvez essayer les exercices maintenant. Au revoir!